Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a massive crossroads in the robotics industry. Seriously, we are looking at two totally different visions for the future right now. On one side, we have machines striving for extreme biological complexity, like Droidup's Moya, and on the exact opposite side, we have the pursuit of pure, unfiltered mechanical efficiency, perfectly represented by Boston Dynamics Atlas. So we're going to unpack these two drastically different approaches and figure out which one actually has the commercial staying power to survive. Here is our agenda for today. 1. The humanoid robot race. 2. Moya, mimicking human biology. 3. Atlas, simplified mechanical efficiency. 4. Scalability through simulation training. 5. Comparing commercial viability. And 6. The software brains integrating hardware.
Section 1. The humanoid robot race. Two extremes emerge.
Section 2. Moya, mimicking human biology. Droidup's uncanny creation. All right, let's talk about our first contender, Moya, created by a Shanghai-based startup called Droidup. Now, Moya is a robot designed with extreme biological complexity. The whole philosophy here isn't about, lifting heavy boxes in a warehouse. It's about making you forget you're even interacting with a machine in the first place. Moya stands about 5.5 feet tall, and underneath her silicone exterior, Droidup has actually added padding designed to mimic human fat and muscle. They've built the internal structure around an artificial spine that twists and bends to distribute force just like ours does. And honestly, perhaps the wildest part? The skin itself runs warm, literally between 90 and 97 degrees Fahrenheit. So when you touch Moya's hand, you aren't feeling cold plastic, you're feeling actual human body temperature. This is all meticulously designed to better serve the elder care and companionship markets, where comfort and familiarity are absolutely paramount. But here's the catch. Achieving true biological realism is incredibly difficult. Droidup claims Moya walks with a 92% accurate human gait. And while it does look a bit more deliberate than most robots out there, the public reaction has been, highly skeptical. One heavily upvoted comment over on Reddit's r/singularity hit the nail on the head, humorously calling it a natural geriatric gait. Viewers have aggressively critiqued the heavily edited promotional videos. There's this one scene where Moya pours orange juice, and it was clearly cut to hide limitations. People also pointed out that despite the warm skin, the robot's hands still kind of look like stiff wooden sticks.
So what is the harsh commercial reality behind all this biological ambition? Well, Moya is priced at a staggering $173,000. When we peek at Droidup's financials, they've only raised $28.5 million in total. And get this, they've already burned through nearly half of it just on payroll and recruitment bonuses for their 32 employees. Plus, their main venture partner is only worth around $50 million. So investors and analysts are objectively questioning if this hyper-complex, hyper-expensive hardware can actually survive the brutal reality of scaling up a business.
And this really perfectly captures the whole philosophical divide we're unpacking today. On one side, we have Moya. It's hyper-complex, heavily specialized, and relies on biologically mimicking soft tissue. And directly pitted against it, we have Boston Dynamics Atlas, a machine built entirely on brutally simple industrial mechanical efficiency. Let's take a closer look at Atlas. Section 3, Atlas, Simplified Mechanical Efficiency. The Power of Symmetry.
Pivoting completely away from biological warmth and soft silicone, let's examine Atlas. Backed by the massive resources of Hyundai Motor Group, Boston Dynamics has taken a radically different approach to hardware, one that prioritizes mechanical perfection over human illusion. Just think about the pristine engineering here. Atlas strips away all that physical complexity. Instead of dozens of complicated joints, it uses just 2 types of actuators across its entire body. Its arms and legs are perfectly symmetrical. They've completely eliminated cables running across joints, which allows for continuous 360-degree rotation. That gives the robot movement flexibility that conventional humanoids, and frankly, us humans, simply cannot match. Zero exposed wiring also means vastly reduced maintenance. It is flawless mechanical engineering designed not to feel human, but to work tirelessly.
Section 4, Scalability through Simulation Training, the Virtual Advantage. Because, you see, Atlas's hardware simplicity isn't just about reducing maintenance. It directly unlocks massive, game-changing advantages in virtual simulation, which is the absolute key to scalability. This is where the commercial viability gap blows wide open. Most humanoid robots, especially biologically complex ones with artificial spines and varied actuators, are absolute nightmares to simulate accurately. Their mechanical systems are just too hard to model virtually. But because Atlas uses just 2 actuator types and a symmetrical frame, Boston Dynamics can run simulations equivalent to millions of hours of robot training in a single day. Then, they transfer those acquired skills to the physical Atlas robot in roughly 1 hour. The result? Atlas is out there effortlessly moving 100-pound refrigerators, showcasing full-body coordination and force control. This highly scalable development cycle is virtually impossible for an organically complex robot like Moya.
Section 5. Comparing commercial viability. The tail of the tape. To truly understand where Moya and Atlas stand, we need to see how these vastly different approaches fit into the broader robotics landscape. And you can clearly see how the ecosystem is stratifying based on these design choices. We have Atlas, with its low hardware complexity and massive financial backing, built to absolutely scale in heavy industry. Then we have Moya, with extremely high biomimicry complexity, facing very steep financial hurdles for its niche elder care market. But we're also seeing other specialized players, like Cody, a 3-foot-tall robot targeting children and museums with moderate complexity in crowdfunding, or Agibbot's A3 using highly specialized hardware like a 20 kHz spike camera to push autonomous benchmarks like playing full-speed table tennis. The market is fragmenting based entirely on what the hardware allows the software to do. And the long-term impact of Atlas's scalable design is huge because its simple mechanics make it so incredibly easy to simulate and train. Analysts at KB Securities are confident that Boston Dynamics could absolutely dominate the market. They actually forecast Atlas capturing up to 60% of the premium industrial humanoid segment by 2035. 60%! That is a commanding lead built entirely on the philosophy of mechanical efficiency.
Section 6. The software brains integrating hardware. Alibaba's universal ambition. But here is the catch. Having perfect hardware, whether it's warm silicone or symmetrical actuators, is really only half the battle. The ultimate winner in this industry is going to need a universal software brain capable of translating complex commands into physical, real-world actions without running into conflicting data. A prime example of this bridging software is Alibaba's newly launched Qwen Robot AI framework. Alibaba realized that mixing internet data with physical robot training data causes major conflicts. So, their solution. They split the robot's brain into 3 specialized models. Qwen Root Nav handles seamless navigation and movement with lightning-fast 196 millisecond latency. Qwen Root Man Up handles the actual physical interaction and grasping of objects. And finally, Qwen Robot World acts as a predictive engine for how environments are going to change. It's a deliberate, ambitious attempt to build a universal brain that can operate across literally any of the hardware platforms we've discussed today. As this incredible technology races forward, we are left staring at a fundamental divide in engineering philosophy. So, ask yourself, for long-term commercial scalability and everyday usefulness, what matters more? Is it a machine like Moya that attempts to perfectly mimic human biology to make us feel comfortable? Or is it a machine like Atlas, one that strips away all that organic complexity to be flawlessly, mechanically engineered to just work? Thank you for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this gives you a clearer lens through which to view the future of robotics. Keep questioning and keep learning.